Odin, only one place to start with that goal at Huddersfield on Saturday. Just talk us through it from your perspective.
Yeah, no, it's a really nice feeling. I feel like it's one that I kind of made my mind up as soon as I picked the ball up what I was going to do with it. And it's just nice that it come off and I could give the away fans something to shout about.
In fairness, we don't often praise the officials too much, but a really good advantage played by the referee as well, to be fair.
Yeah, it was. Initially, I didn't actually realise the two fouls that could have been given before that. So yeah, it was very good that the event was played, and in the end, I'm just happy that I could get the goal and help us win the game.
Obviously a big result, and we'll come on to that in a bit, but in terms of the goal itself, in the circumstances, down to 10 men in front of that big away end, it felt like a big moment for the team as well to be able to celebrate in that way. Yeah,
definitely. I think we showed huge amounts of character in that game, and we showed how much of a strong team we can be, even down to 10 men. So it's credit to ourselves, and I think that should instill a lot of belief in ourselves that even when we're down to 10 men, we can go and win games. So with 11, we should be giving everyone a run for their money. So yeah, it should instill a lot of confidence into us, and hopefully we can take that forward into the upcoming games.
Performances have been improving for a while now. You've obviously had the frustration of those home draws with Cardiff and Reading, but a result like that away at a promotion rival, it feels like the kind of result that can be a real platform, I suppose, now to build on and give you that belief to take forward.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like I touched on there, them sort of wins can do a lot for a group, and then on the flip side of that, previously we've probably lost a few games where we should have won, or we've got a draw, and then they're kind of little confidence knockers. Whereas I think, we got that good result last Saturday, and I think now we need to go from strength to strength now and build on it and set that as a marker point for our performances.
Tuesday night was obviously a difficult night, but another goal for you. Caps what's been a really good few weeks for you. How pleased are you with your own form right now?
Yeah, no, I'm delighted. I'm delighted that I'm back in the mix. I'm back playing games, and I'm back playing with a smile on my face. And I think you can kind of see that at the moment. And hopefully long may that continue. But yeah, no, I'm delighted, and I'm delighted to be chipping in with goals. That's something that I've always aim to do when I get on a football pitch, and it's something that it kind of comes with performances. For me, I think the more confident I am, that's when I start noticing goals will go in, assists, and I start being more effective actually directly on the game. So yeah, long may that continue, hopefully.
What was that like for you this season personally? Obviously at the start of the season, as you touched on, you found yourself out with the team for a while, having to use cup games and appearances off the bench, I suppose, to try and make an impact, which is never easy, but that's flipped around remarkably since that Cardiff game.
Yeah, I think it's credit to myself as well for staying patient, working hard behind the scenes, and kind of waiting for an opportunity. I think there's been a bit of frustration. Everyone wants to play games, and I probably wasn't playing as much as I would have wanted to, but I just know that my opportunity would have come, and I just had to take it when it come, and thankfully I did do that. So it's just a case of staying patient, and I'm happy that I've been working hard and putting the hard work in, and take my chance when it was ready.
And for the other players in the team that maybe aren't getting those minutes right now, you must be that great example, I suppose, of how quickly things can flip and to be ready when that opportunity does come along.
Yeah, definitely. I think I think we all know it as a group. When you're probably not playing as much as you want to play. The only thing you can do really is work 10 times harder to get that opportunity. So as long as you work hard and put in the work and you're ready to take the opportunity when it comes, I think we all understand that as a group, and I'm sure the lads will take the opportunities.
When you spoke to John after the Cardiff game, you spoke about your role in the team being a little bit new to you, playing that a little bit deeper. You seem to be learning that very quickly, though, in fairness.
Yeah, definitely. I think I touched on it a little bit last season. I think it's a new role that I've been learning since last season. I've played a few games there last season and probably felt a little bit uncomfortable. Whereas I think this season I understand how I can get my best attributes out of that position, as well as been effective for the team as well. So I think it's as I said, it's a role that I've had to learn, but I feel really comfortable now, and it always helps when you're playing alongside someone like Ollie. And I think we've built a good connection up over the last few games, and I think we play well together. So hopefully, long may that continue.
I was just going to touch on Ollie there as well, as you are learning that role, to play next to someone like him. He's such a vocal presence out on the pitch as well to kind of help you through that.
Yeah, definitely makes my job easy. You know, I think we both kind of have a trusting of each other playing in that position. You know, it always helps when you trust the person that you play next to. You know, and it's, you know, we can both. I feel like we both complement each other in different ways. So yeah, it makes my life a lot easier coming in and playing next to him.
You're quickly approaching 100 appearances for the club now. A lot of success in your time here, obviously a big part of that League Two title win. When you signed permanently, you spoke about falling in love with the club during that loan spell. How much do you enjoy playing for Stockport County?
Yeah, I think it's clear to see. You know, I love being here, and I've really enjoyed every second I've been here. So you know, it's a case of just continuing that. You know, I love every time I put on the shirt, every time I come in into training. I love it. I have a smile on my face. So you know, I think it's clear to see, and it's such a good environment to be in. It's got a lot of good people in it, right from top to bottom. So it's a wonderful club, and I'm happy to be part of it.
Coming back to here and now, obviously a home game coming up at the weekend, and after a really good couple of away wins in your last 2 away games, I guess the message now is all about backing that up in front of your own supporters. Yeah,
definitely. I think it's a good chance to put right the Tuesday night performance. You know, I think we kind of let ourselves down a little bit in that game. So it's a chance to bounce back, and it's also a chance to bring that league confidence and show it at home on Saturday. And I think everyone's excited and looking forward to the game. And hopefully we start fast as we did last Saturday.
Blackpool obviously come here currently without a manager after Steve Bruce left the club last week. Does that make it a little bit difficult in terms of knowing what to expect from them at the weekend with a caretaker manager in charge?
Yeah, I think everyone kind of knows, like, you know, when a manager gets sacked from a club, you don't really know what to expect, and I think we're in that's where we find ourselves. You know, we're not really too sure what version of Blackpool we're going to get, how they're going to set up, but at the end of the day, we've got the confidence to know that it doesn't really matter what teams do. We need to believe in ourselves that no matter what formation or what players or tactically, whatever they do, we've got all the tools to adjust, adapt, and show our strengths.
We've seen so often now under Dave Challoner that once you do get going, you tend to go on these long runs, unbeaten runs, winning streaks. Do you feel close to being able to do that right now? Does it feel close to clicking?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like it's been close to clicking for a while, but as I said, we just feel like we just needed that one big result, which obviously come on Saturday. So hopefully now that can kickstart a good run for us, and we can keep going from strength to strength, because I feel like we've still got a lot more that we can show, even more than what we showed on Saturday. So yeah, hopefully we can we can bring good performances and results to the upcoming games.
Appreciate your time, Odin. Thanks for talking to us.
Thank you.